What's going on, Savages? Thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone is doing awesome. I'm doing okay. Second stream of the night. That's not a lot for me, but I'm trying to get out a little bit more content than usual. Just a little short streams instead of longer streams. This one's going to be probably long because I'm going to do it basically like a normal 9:30 time slot here. So tonight, I've been on this wallet kick a little bit because I see in forums and stuff people having all kinds of problems, especially with new coins and things like that. So I wanted to cover a few, things that I see in the forums and on Discord and stuff like that, where there's just a lot of questions about wallets and how to protect yourself from losing your crypto and things like that. So that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. Let's get after it. Before we get started, I am going to take a quick look at the market, see what's going on. I haven't even looked recently, so I just wanted to kind of check it out and see what was going on. Looks like we're still hanging around 10,000. Yeah, man, this is a lot of sideways movement here. Not too much going on. I mean, 3% is not bad, but okay, so it is on CoinMarketCap. It's actually above 10,000 Bitcoin there. Let's check out the top 10 real quick. My top 10 anyway. Aeon dropping a little bit. I haven't looked at any of these today, so I have no idea what to expect. Sometimes you get surprised by, if you haven't checked in a while, sometimes you get surprised. So Raven still around 4 cents. You got Zcash 14 cents even. Nimic down just a tad. Decent volume though. Huh. Interesting. Bitcash up a little bit. Not a lot of volume. Still not showing any market cap or anything. I think that's because of the they have a stable coin. I need to revisit them as well and maybe do some more videos on them because a lot of things have changed recently, so I need to start looking at that as well. Let's move over into privacy coins. You got Swap sitting around 30 cents. Loki, a lot of good news coming out about Loki. So they're sitting at 20 cents. They're up from, remember for the longest time they were hanging around 15 or 16 cents. So it's good to see them creeping up a little bit. My favorite, CCX, down a little bit today. They blasted over 80 cents, so there's some people, looks like some folks are taking some profit there. Then you got Veil, pretty even, decent volume though. And then EGM, yeah, I mean pretty boring for a crypto day, good grief. Everything's just moving sideways. We got really low volume. 65% BTC dominance. Yeah, just not much going on in the markets today, guys. It's just kind of a boring day as far as that goes. Let's take a look at what I'm mining. On the Hive OS rigs, I'm mining Arrow on NVIDIA and CCX on the AMD rig. I was mining Arrow here. I just switched over back to CCX today. I had a couple of things I wanted to look at, so I switched it over to there. Might switch it back to Arrow. I don't know for sure. We'll see what's going on with that. And then on the co-owned rigs, I am still mining CCX over there on both of those. So that is it for what I'm mining and the market. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be covering today. Earlier today, I did a video on. It was the Arrow wallet. It's a little bit different than a regular QT wallet, so I wanted to go over QT wallet management as well. And we'll use the Raptorium wallet. I'll go ahead and exit out of here and just show you, whenever you extract a QT wallet, usually you get 3 files, sometimes 4, but in this case it's 3. You get the command line interface wallet, you get the daemon, which is right here, and then you also get the Qt wallet. The Qt wallet is basically the graphical user interface, right? So that is what we're kind of looking at for that. Now, I'm just going to launch the wallet to show you that we have almost 500 RTM, Raptorium coins in there. So that is what we're going to be playing with. The first thing you'll always want to do is create a password for your wallet. That's pretty standard. This one I already have a password for it because you can see that encrypt wallet is grayed out, so that means usually that means that it's either disabled for that wallet or you have already set a password. So I already have a password for this. So a pretty basic thing that you'll want to do is not obviously, but a pretty basic thing that you'll want to do is back up your wallet, right? And usually I like to do that anytime that there's either an update or periodically. You know, if I'm mining to a wallet, depending on how much I'm mining, how much I'm accumulating, I'll base that on how often I back it up. You know, if it's a lot and the profits each day, you know, when compared to USD, which I hate doing, but if you compare the profits to USD each day, then I will, depending on what that number is, I might back it up more frequently, right? Or, you know, there's all kinds of other variables. Like, let's say that you're having computer problems like I do, you know, and depending on where you're storing your wallet, you might want to take a little bit more proactive approach and actually back it up more frequently, right? So just keep that in mind. Another thing that should spike your interest in, that's kind of dumb to say it like that, you know what I mean. Another thing that might initiate the thought process of backing up your wallet is if you create a new receiving address, right? So like if you're in here messing around in the wallet and you create some receiving addresses and things like that, you definitely want to back up the wallet at that point to capture those new addresses. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's all kinds of different reasons for you to back up your wallet, but let's just go through the process. So normal Qt wallet backup stuff, procedure would be to click on wallet and then backup wallet. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. We'll just back it up to the desktop. Now you'll want to store your backup somewhere safe, obviously, and typically you don't want to save that backup in the same locations as your wallet. You know, I would recommend a thumb drive or external hard drive, something to get it off of the local hard drives and into a truly backed up state, because if you have it on the same drive as the wallet and that drive goes bad, then you've lost the wallet and your backup. So just keep that in mind. So we'll just throw it out here. I already did this a couple times just playing around. So we'll call it wallet 3, RTM backup test wallet 3. Save that. So now if we go out to the desktop, we will have, go over here. So we've got that as a file right here, a .dat file. Now let's simulate losing our wallet.dat file. So if we go to where the wallet is actually at, and that's what I should have stayed over here. And let's see here, wallets. Over here, this is where my wallet is, I think. No, that's the wrong one. It's Raptorium. Alright, so right here is the wallet.dat file that I'm currently using, that is currently being read by the Raptorium Qt wallet. You can tell that by the date, you know, that the date and time actually here that it is indicating, and then also you look at the file size and see that's 1 meg and stuff. So so what we're going to pretend is that we are going to exit out of the wallet. We saw that there was 499 in there. We're going to pretend that we lost the wallet, right? The wallet.dat file. And we have downloaded the new wallet, the new GUI wallet from Raptorium, from a reputable place. That's another thing I forgot to mention. You always, if you're restoring a wallet or if you're downloading a wallet, make sure you get it from official sources, like their website, whatever the project is that you're mining, or whatever the project is that you're downloading the wallet for. Make sure it's from their either their official website. Make sure you check, the security of the website, all that stuff. Make sure it's a valid source, right? You don't want to get a link in an email from some friend of yours or whatever, saying to download the wallet from there. Don't do that. Always get it from the source, the valid official sources. So we're going to pretend like we did that here. I did get the wallet from the valid source. So we're just going to launch it again. And what it's going to do, it's going to open up, it's going to create a wallet.dat file. You saw that right there. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it created a new wallet.dat file right here with 941 as the timestamp, and you can see it's 941. And also the size of it, actually the size is kind of large, I don't know why. It's actually larger than the previous one. That's okay. But the problem is it's empty, right? So there's nothing in here. All right, so right away you're freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I don't have any, what happened to my coins kind of thing, right? So in order to get them back, first off, you want to make sure that you're synced. So if you put your cursor over let me move this over a little bit, get my mug off of there. So if you put your cursor over the little checkbox there, it says up to date and how many blocks it's processed. If you wanted to see, now you can't do it with Raptorium, but if you wanted to validate your block height, you would go out to like miningpoolstats.stream, look up your coin, check the block height, make sure that's within a few, I would say 10 at the most, 10 to a dozen blocks away, and that's how you kind of validate whether or not you're on the right chain and whether or not you're looking at the right information. So in this case, this is all testnet stuff, so can't do that. All right, but we are up to date on the testnet. But where's our coins? So we're going to exit out of here. And then remember, we backed it up to the desktop, right? So we're going to go out to the desktop. You would go to wherever you backed it up at, and then copy that file, copy that backup.dat file. Go back to the location of your wallet, your actual wallet.dat file, and you can paste it in there. Now, it's not going to work right away because by default, your wallet, Raptorium.exe in this case, is going to look for a wallet.dat file. Well, that's not the name of the file here. So you have to rename the current wallet.dat file, the one that's empty. So we'll just rename that to wallet.youtube test old. All right. And then we're going to rename our backup file wallet to just be wallet.dat, because by default that's what the wallet is going to look for whenever you launch it. So now we're going to launch Raptorium-qt.exe again. You're not going to see the splash screen. You'll see it kind of over here on the bottom screen. But now it launches and it has your crypto in there. It has your RTM. Your Raptorium coin, 500 of them. Testnet. All right, so now that part of it's good. So now that kind of covers what you would do if you have the wallet.dat file backed up, how to get it back into the right location. The location is going to be determined at that whenever you first install the wallet, and it asks like where you want to store your blockchain data and all that stuff. That's going to be where your wallet.dat file is, the one that you're accessing. But if you always just look at the date, you'll be able to figure it out, based on if you see previous videos of mine, I talked about blockchain data, directories, and all that kind of stuff. If you just go through those videos and kind of blast through that part of it, you'll be able to determine either through the registry, you can actually launch it and tell it where you want to change the blockchain directory to. There's all kinds of little tweaks in there, but this is just real rough. Hey, I've got the backup file. I'm going to drop it into the location of the current wallet.dat. I'm going to rename the old wallet.dat to something else, and then name my backup file wallet.dat to gain access to the coins again. And it is actually encrypted still. You wouldn't be able to do anything with the coins without putting in your password. So you can't just, access an encrypted wallet. It'll show you the contents, it'll show you the number, but you won't be able to do anything with it until you enter in the password. And we're going to kind of see that right now, because the next thing you want to do, just in case you were to get into a situation where you've lost your backup file and your wallet.dat file, yeah, and your current wallet.dat file. Like, what if you needed to import your private keys, right? And this is something that a lot of people overlook. They think that if they have the wallet, the Qt wallet, and they have a backup of the Qt wallet, the wallet.dat file, that they're good, right? And that is not necessarily true, right? Because you really want to own your private keys also. You want to back up your private keys and have them available in order to import into another wallet. In the case of true, disaster, like a fire or something like that. So you want to make sure that if you've lost your backup files and your current wallet.dat file, that's where private keys kind of come in handy. Or if you have like a corrupted wallet.dat file as well. What if you have a corrupted file, you back that corrupted file up, and now it's backed up as corrupted, right? And your wallet.dat file is corrupted as well. So I don't know how that would actually work, but you get my point. So this is like just one more step to protecting yourself from losing your crypto. So in a Qt wallet environment, you're going to want to click on Help, and then go to the debug window. I think I'm doing this right. And then Console. And this might seem a little bit advanced, but it's really not. This is pretty easy to do. So you saw what I did. You just go to Help, Debug Window, and then Console. Now this wallet is encrypted. You can see right here. So I'm going to have to unlock it first in order to get access to anything, and I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm trying to do here is dump my private key. I want to know what my private key is so that I can document it external to this hard drive, external, probably in a paper format, in a safe, or in a safe deposit box, or whatever. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to know what my private key is to this wallet. That's what I'm attempting to do. So what you'll want to type in first is dump private key. Actually, let me back up just a little bit, because we need to know what the address is too. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that from here. I should be able to. All right, so here's the address that has the 499 500 RTM in it. I'm going to copy the address. I just right-clicked on it and chose copy address. Because I want to get the private key. Remember that public keys are your sending address, or your receiving address, your receiving address, and that public key has a private key associated with it, and it's one-to-one. For the most part, that's the way it is. Each public key or receiving address has one private key associated with it. So you need to do this if you have multiple addresses. Like, let's say you went in here and you had, let's do a donations address, request payment, close, mining address, request payment, close. So if you had multiple receiving addresses in here, then you're really going to want to do a dump the private key for each individual one, because they each have their own private key. So don't think like you're messing with the wallet, and as long as you get one private key, that's all you need, right? Because you need it for each individual address. If you have a bunch of them, then oh well, you have to keep doing it in order to grab them all. All right, so we are going to go into here, right click, and copy address. So the only one I'm really worried about, because the other two don't have any transactions in them, I'm only going to worry about the one for this little exercise here. So let's go to, so all I did was I copied the address that had the 500 RTM inside of it. So I'm going to go Help, Debug Window, probably was already open, and then go Console. And then we're going to dump priv key, that's the command, and we have to put in a quotation mark, and then we paste in our address, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to dump the private key for that address. And then whenever we press enter, it's going to tell us, hey, you have to unlock this wallet first because it's encrypted and it's got a password. That's not what it said. Method not found. I wonder if, see, I might be, let's see. if this is the receiving address, yeah, see, this is, okay, so, all right, this is not going to work the way I wanted it to, because that, I'd already restored this from a private key. I'd already imported a private key, so what we can do, let's see here. Let's see what we can do. All right, I know what I'll do. I'll copy this address from mine, actually, let's do the donations. Copy this address for donations. I'm going to send, because I know I have 500 in here, right? So we'll just send 200 to that address. Because I want to have what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to send, I want the address that we export and import to actually have RTM inside of it, some crypto in it. I don't want to do it, without some crypto in there. So let's do an overview here. Did I type in the right thing? What did I type in there? Let's see here. Transactions. I don't know what I did. Let's do that again. I don't know what, did I type in an amount? Maybe I didn't do an amount. So I'll just do 250. Let's do 200. Let's do 210. Because I think I typed in 210 or 200 before. Alright, so that's the donation address, I believe. We'll see. See if this works. So basically what I ran into was I had already done this, and that address isn't part of that wallet, right? So I can't dump the private key for that address because I don't have, it's not in the wallet, that address. So what I'm trying to do now is get, I don't know what this is doing. I don't know if maybe it is putting it in there. Yeah, it says payment to you. That's funny. All right, so let me think here. Maybe it will work. Normally, whenever you try to dump the private key, and that's not the same address, I don't think. No. See, this is the address that I imported. Does it need something else? No. So let's try, what we'll try is we'll try to dump the private key for one of these other addresses that I know are in this wallet. Let's try that. Quotation mark. Can you guys see this? Yeah. Alright, so that's what I was kind of expecting. I think that the other one's not going to work because it's one that I already imported, like I said earlier. So right here it says, please enter the wallet passphrase with wallet passphrase first. So what you have to do in order to unlock the wallet, and I don't know if this is going to work as far as like having RTM in there. Wasn't really planning on this. This is live, guys, so stuff like that happens. But just keep in mind that if you have a wallet that has an address in there that you can actually dump the private key for, that's what we're doing now. The one that has the 500 in there isn't one that, it doesn't look like that's one that I can actually dump the private key from because it's one that I already imported. So anyway, so let's get back on track here. So let's pretend like this is the one that has the RTM in it. So it says, whenever you try to dump the private key, it says, please enter the wallet passphrase. So you have to do wallet passphrase first. I think it has to look like this. So y'all know the passphrase to this particular wallet. This is all just for show, just for the heck of it. And then you would put in how many seconds you want to open the wallet for. So in this case, we'll do, 5 minutes, so 300. And then we press enter. And then it just returns a null which in this case that means that's a good thing. So now the wallet is unlocked, so you can dump the private key. So I'm going to go back to dump private key with the address, and then I'm going to press enter, and then that is the private key. So I would document that somewhere, right? Somewhere off site, definitely off the computer. And if you guys see that private key, you guys could steal that 500. Maybe not, because that's not where they exist, but you could get 200 probably. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know. I'm waiting on the wallet to kind of get squared away there. But you might be able to get 500 RTM out of there, but I'm probably going to send it before you get it. It depends on how fast you are. So challenge there. All right, so you would document this somehow, in a text file or paper wallet. Somehow you would document this private key. And in our case, let me see if this is the same one. So I'm just going to document the private key over here, just temporarily here, just so that we have it. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to close the wallet again, exit the wallet. See how this is going to work. So I'm going to delete that wallet. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen here. All right, so we are going to, this is the wallet right here, wallet.dat. So we're going to delete that just like we did before. So we're going to pretend like we don't have access to the wallet.dat. We don't have access to a backup of the wallet.dat. And we are just going to try to restore from the private key, which we have, right? I don't know how this is going to work with that weird thing going on with the wallet over there. So we're going to launch the wallet, and we're going to see a new wallet.dat file be created in here. And there it is. The wallet's going to open. It's going to be empty. So now what we want to do is just go ahead and grab the private key, just so that we have it. And I already had it on the clipboard, so I didn't really need to do that, but just to go through the whole process here. So it is empty, it is synced, up to date. All right, great. So now we're going to go to help, debug window, console again. And then in this case, now remember, it's not encrypted, because remember, this is a new wallet.dat file. So this is not our old wallet, it's not encrypted already. So if you're going to do this, make sure that you first put a passphrase on it, encrypt it, do all those things that you're supposed to do by default here. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the passphrase so that we have it, so that I go through the real steps that you should be taking. Alright, so now whenever I fire it up again, it'll be password or encrypted, it'll be protected. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is up? Yeah, I'm not really interacting with the chat because I'm focused, I'm busy. So now we have a wallet that has 0 RTM in it. So now we want to import our private key that we exported earlier, which is currently on my clipboard in memory, right? So we're going to go to help, debug window, console, and then we are going to, the command is import priv key. So import, it'll fill it out for you basically. Once you type in import, you're looking at that one right there. Import priv key, and if you need help with it, just type in the command like that and then press enter, and it'll give you basically like the help on it. All right, so we're going to go import priv key. I think you have to do a quotation and then the priv key, the private key that we have copied to our clipboard. And then we can also include a label, I think, that we can do a label. This was donations, I think, right? It doesn't have to match what you did. It's what you're going to give the wallet, the label that you're going to give the wallet in this, or the wallet that you're importing in this wallet. And then you can also do a rescan, although I think that if we try it like this, we're probably going to get an error. Yeah, so I think that the way this wallet is actually set up is it is going to do a rescan for you, no matter what. So whenever you do a import priv key, we're just going to call it donations, and then we're not going to talk about the rescan or anything. We're just going to press enter there. And it wants the passphrase, remember, because there you go. We set the passphrase on there, but we haven't unlocked the wallet yet. The wallet is still locked. So we have to wallet passphrase, enter in the passphrase. That's not it. All right. And then how many seconds? We'll go 5 minutes again, 300 seconds. So it returns null, so that's good. Then we're going to go back to import priv key, quotation mark, paste, quotation mark, give it a name, our label, and then press enter. Now, you see how it kicked off this rescanning automatically. I didn't have to put that parameter on there, it just did it. I think that's just this wallet. It does take a little while, but once it gets about halfway or so, it speeds up quite a bit. So during that time, while we're waiting on that, I will maybe interact with the chat a little bit, see what was going on over here. What's with the Raptorium Founder Reward logo? You talking about on the stream? Like down there in the bottom? I usually, whatever project I'm kind of looking at or talking about, I'll put their logo down there. That's all that is. What's up, Shuby? Oh, that's very generous, man. If we get 20 likes during the video, yeah, it's not likely. There's only 5 people watching right now. So I don't know how y'all are getting more than just 5, unless people are popping in and out. And that's probably the case. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of maintenance, wallet maintenance recently, just because, just preparing, just getting things organized a little bit. Because, I mean, look, doing this show and doing the random coin mining show and all that stuff, you've seen my wallet files. It's a mess. I mean, it's kind of organized, but there's just a lot of them, right? And it makes things really, I don't know, I'm kind of OCD with stuff, so it kind of bothers me that it's all over the place. And it is actually probably better to have your crypto spread out over, depending on how much it is, what the value is in USD, which I hate comparing, but we all kind of do that still. So, depending on where or how much USD value it is, it is kind of a good idea to spread it out over several wallets in case something happens to one of the wallets, right? If it's compromised in some way or whatever. So, but I do also like consolidation too. I like getting things organized to where I know where they're at. And so it's a struggle, right, between, meeting those two needs. I need it to be distributed distributed a little bit, but I also want to know where everything's at, So it's a struggle to keep it all in order. And doing all the shows, like I was saying, I mean, I've got a ton of wallets. Not very many have anything in them because I would just do it for the show and then be done with it. But there are quite a few that, I mined for a while, and I'm holding some of that crypto. So. Shuby, I am not. And I've got my own thought process behind it. I'm not trying to get monetized, actually. I kind of like not having ads on my videos. I know it hurts. Look, I know it hurts. It hurts the algorithm. They don't want to get my videos in front of other people. But that's why I kind of are more viewers, That's why I kind of rely on Twitter and just getting the word out. If I can get the subscribers and get notifications turned on, then that's good enough for me. Right now, I don't really need to be monetized in any way. And I started looking at even the super chat. I haven't even enabled that. And the reason is is because people don't know this, but YouTube takes 30% of whatever is donated through Super Chat. And I think that number's a little bit high because, I mean, look, I remember a YouTuber that got a pretty substantial donation through Super Chat one time that caught everybody off guard and was like a surprise to everybody. And, you know, knowing what I know now, I feel sorry for them because people, not for the person that got it, well, for both of them. Because if you don't know that that's what happens, I'll probably get in trouble for saying it, and the algorithm's probably picking up on this right now going, oh, he's saying that Super Chat's bad. I think it is. I think it's too expensive, you know. I think 30% is just way too much. So they got a pretty good donation through Super Chat, and a very large, hundreds of dollars of that Super Chat went to YouTube. You know, I don't know. I just kind of disagree with it. So that's why I haven't enabled it. I don't know what else to say about it, you know. That's why, you know, I would rather, look, I get it. Some people want to donate through Super Chat, and this is what I'm going to struggle with for a little bit. Because, you know, they like seeing their name up there. They like seeing, you know, like me saying something about it, like, hey, thanks for the Super Chat, you know, whatever. I get all that. I do. You know, and that's why I'm going to probably, at some point, I'll probably enable it. It just depends on, you know, a lot of different factors. Just right now, just going over 1,000, I just don't want to do it. I don't know. I struggle with it. I do. You can tell. I think you can tell that I struggle with it. I don't need the donations, but I also want my subscribers to enjoy, you know, because I mean, I can remember, you know, a year ago whenever I was on Brandon Coin and technicals and stuff, and I would donate. I mean, it was kind of cool to, you know, to see your name pop up and all that. So I get it. I do. I get it. And that's probably what's going to drive me to go ahead and enable it. But I just want to get it out there a bunch of times that, look, you know, be careful because just remember that 30% of that is not going to go to me, right? So 30% of that goes to YouTube, and there you go. So that's why I started putting some donation links in the description of the video and stuff, not links but addresses, just so you can hit me up there. And trust me, I have no problem with mentioning like, hey, I got a donation from so and so, right, on the stream. You know, if it comes in that way, just let me know what you've done, you know, through some means, either, you know, DM on Twitter or through Discord or, you know, Telegram or whatever. Just let me know that you did it. If you want me to, you know, give you a shout out or something, it's fine. You know, that's just kind of the way I look at it. Again, eventually I will probably enable it all, but just right now, you know, clearly I'm struggling with it because I just spent 10 minutes talking about it. So hope you guys understand. It's not that I don't want to. It's just, I don't know. I'm a rebel when it comes to stuff like that. Like, it's almost like unnecessary taxation, in my opinion. It's just too much, you know. And there's other examples. I mean, there's people that did. I remember seeing a video of this guy that he did a fundraiser. You know, like a stream. It was a live stream that he did a fundraiser for a charity, and it was like a goods charity. I don't remember what it was, but it was a charity, and they didn't know that 30% of that, what they were receiving through Super Chats, was going to YouTube. They didn't know. And you come to find out, you know, they thought that they raised X number of dollars for this charity, and they didn't raise X number of dollars. They only raised 70% of what they thought. So you can see how it's just a, I don't know. I think that YouTube makes plenty of money off of the ads. I don't think that they need to also take money from Super Chats, especially whenever I don't believe it tells the person submitting the Super Chat that 30% of that goes to YouTube. I think that the people doing it, I know whenever I was doing it, I thought that the whole $20 or $10 or whatever it was that I was donating was going to that YouTuber. That's what I thought. I did not know at the time, and I've donated quite a bit over the past year. I mean, I say quite a bit, it's probably not that much, but have donated, and come to find out, they didn't get but 70% of it, and I don't know. I think that's wrong. Anyway, all right, man, that was super rant right there. While I was ranting, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, that finished, right? So it says down here, import priv key null. So that part of it is done. So now, if we go over here, we imported. I'm gonna have to make sense of this. Okay, so we imported. All right, we didn't export the wallet that had 410 RTM in it. Remember, because we sent 200 one time and we sent 210 the next time. That makes 410. That makes sense. But we didn't export the one that we were sending from, right? Okay, fine. I don't know how we can get that back. I'll have to play around with that. But long story short, we just imported it successfully, and it's good to go. And we see that we got our crypto back in here. We see the 2 transactions. So yeah, so we're good. I don't know what else to do. Let's see, I got some notes here. We went through everything already. Yeah, I think we're good. But I'll play around and see if I can get that other 100 back. I won't spend too much time doing it. But, anyway, thanks so much for stopping in. This was a little bit long. I went on a little rant there about YouTube stealing money, but in my opinion, that's what's happening. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I will see y'all next time, probably tomorrow night, same time, 9:30. I've been doing like a little stream ahead of time. It just depends on what's going on around here, whether or not I'm able to do that. And I'll do like a quick one. Today I did a quick one on the Arrow wallet and some importing and exporting and resyncing or rescanning and stuff like that. So check out that video too, because it's a little different than this one. It's a different type of wallet. So keep that in mind. But nonetheless, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will see y'all in the next video. Stay savage.